Hey, what's up, y'all? In this video, we're going to be talking about the ultimate guide to plan your visit for churches. So whether you've never run Plan Your Visit before, or if you've tried it before and it just didn't work, make sure to stay tuned to this video because we're going to show you exactly how to set up a successful Plan Your Visit ministry starting this Sunday. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. And on this channel, we are dedicated to helping pastors and church leaders use technology, social media, and things like Plan Your Visit in order to be able to grow their church and attract new visitors every single Sunday morning. The bottom line is we want to help you be more effective at delivering the message of Jesus to your city. So we're going to specifically talk about this Plan Your Visit revolution that is sweeping the church by storm. And I'll show you exactly how we used Plan Your Visit at my church in order to increase our first-time visitors by 42% in the first month, 60% in the second month, 87% in the third month, and 113% in the fourth month. So let's dive in and let's talk about the ultimate guide to Plan Your Visit for churches. Okay, so I first had this idea for Plan Your Visit back in 2017. And I didn't come up with the idea, right? There are zoos that have Plan Your Visit and businesses that have Plan Your Visit. And there were even some churches that had Plan Your Visit options on their website at the time. But the problem was every single church that I talked to couldn't get anyone to sign up for it. So I even talked to a church of over 10,000 people who had a Plan Your Visit option on their website. And they told me they had one family about every other month that signed up for it, right? So imagine that. Here's a church of 10,000 people and they had about 6 people per year that signed up for Plan Your Visit. And I had this theory that we could actually use some of the things I was doing with Facebook ads at my church to get people to sign up for Plan Your Visit, right? And if you're unfamiliar with the idea, this is simply basically giving people the option to be able to schedule an appointment to visit your church. So the reason we call it Plan Your Visit is they can actually plan their visit, schedule an appointment, and then what we'll do, just a friendly host, someone to meet them at the front door, right? Help them get their kids checked into kids church, get them a free cup of coffee, save seats for them in service, give them a tour of the property, introduce them around to some key staff and leaders. It's kind of like having a best friend waiting for you at the front door. Now, one of the best things is that when we started doing this, we realized that not only were we increasing our first-time visitors every single month, but we found that 80% of the people who went through Plan Your Visit joined our church within 3 weeks, right? So imagine that. At the time, I think our assimilation was somewhere between 3 and 6 months on average, right? People had to come for a while. They had to kind of check out some of the services, right? And kind of before they felt comfortable enough to actually go through membership class. But when we started doing Plan Your Visit, we would have people sometimes who would literally, after the very first service, would turn to their Plan Your Visit host and say, I don't need to check out any other churches. This is my home church. I want to join the church. And because we have our Next Steps class every single Sunday after our 11 o'clock service, some of them would even go to service right away and join the church. In fact, we had one girl one time who was about 21, 22 years old. She was a college girl. She enjoyed Plan Your Visit so much and loved the service so much that she turned to Katie, who was her Plan Your Visit host, and said, I love this church. I want to join right now, and I want to do what you do. I love Plan Your Visit. I've never seen anything like it. I feel so welcomed and so connected. I met so many people. I want to be a Plan Your Visit host just like you. So, you know what? She actually went to membership class, joined the church that week, and the next Sunday was hosting a brand new Plan Your Visit family. Plan Your Visit made such an impact on her that she wanted to give back and do the exact same thing. So it speeds up the natural assimilation process of people joining your church because people are making a personal connection the very first time they show up on Sunday. All right, so now that we know what Plan Your Visit is and kind of know a little bit about what it can do, let's talk about a 4-part framework for how you can launch Plan Your Visit at your church starting this Sunday. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to build out a Plan Your Visit landing page on your church website. All right, this is an important first step because you want to have a place where people can go to learn more about your church and they have the option to plan a visit. So you don't want to do this on your homepage or your about page or anything like that. This is a specific Plan Your Visit page, right? And what you want to do is you just want to use lots of pictures of smiling, happy people. You want to use maybe a couple of videos of you as the pastor, right? Or someone who's very smiley and bubbly and good on camera. Basically just introducing people to Plan Your Visit, introducing them to your church, church and inviting them to take the next step and to plan their visit by clicking the button below. Now, one of the things I've found on your landing page is that it's good to have a long landing page, and I like to have at least 4 plan your visit buttons on the page, right? Because what that does is as people are scrolling down your plan your visit page, most of them are going to be on their phones, and they're going to keep seeing plan your visit now, plan your visit now, plan your visit now. And that reinforces that that's the way that they visit your church. That's the best thing they can do, is to take the next step, is to click on the button and plan their visit. So we've also found that using a plan your visit button that leads to a very simple plan your visit form is the best way to do this. You don't want to embed a plan your visit form on the page. I don't know why, but this kills your conversions, right? For some reason, you'll get a ton more families who sign up for plan your visit if you have a button that they click and then it takes them to a form than if you just actually embed the form itself into the website. So make sure you just have a button, they click it, and it can go straight to a plan your visit form. An easy way to facilitate plan your visit if you don't know how to set up a form or something like that is with a piece of software. My favorite is Text in Church. Text in Church has a phenomenal plan your visit feature, and what you can do is you can actually just put a tiny snippet of code on your website, and now you instantly have a plan your visit button. And you can connect all the buttons on your plan your visit page, but you can also have a floating plan your visit button that is now on every single page of the website. So even if they don't plan a visit on your plan your visit page, but they cruise over to your about page or your contact page or your kids ministry page or your home page, now they don't have to navigate back to plan your visit. They literally have a button where they can sign up from any page on your entire website. So if you don't have Text in Church, you can actually click on the link in the description below and you can get 90 days of Text in Church absolutely free. So this way you have a chance to kind of test drive Text in Church, and you can check out their follow-up systems, all their communication features, and of course, plan your visit for free before you start paying for it. All right, step number 2, you want to set up a targeted Facebook ad. Now, a lot of churches have done boosted posts before. You probably have as well, but it's an important note that a boosted post is not a Facebook ad, right? So the difference is that a Facebook ad is just a little bit more robust. If you post on your Facebook page and then you go in and you click boost and you pay $20 for Facebook to show it to more people, right? That's a boosted post. A Facebook ad, you actually have to go to the ads manager, which is facebook.com/ads manager, all one word, facebook.com/ads manager. And then you can set up a targeted Facebook ad that runs to every single person within driving distance of your church. The best way to do this is to literally just drop a pin on your church and then draw out the radius to be whatever driving distance is for your church. So I've worked with churches in Manhattan where that's about 1 mile. I've worked with churches in rural Texas where that's about 45 miles. I'd say on average, it's probably about 10 to 15 miles for most churches. I know at my church in Tulsa, I like to draw out a radius of 15 miles because anything farther than 15 miles in Tulsa, people will just find a church closer to home. But that's driving distance of our church. And then I make sure to leave the targeting wide open. So you want to make sure to show this to every single person 18 to 65 plus who lives within 15 miles of your church. All right, and lastly, you want to make sure to create a traffic campaign. So when you're setting up your Facebook ad, Facebook is going to give you a bunch of different options, like do you want to create a video views campaign or a reach or engagement or messages? But the best thing to do for Plan Your Visit is to create a traffic campaign. That means Facebook is going to optimize your ad to send as many people, as much traffic from your Facebook ad to your Plan Your Visit page. So you set up the Plan Your Visit page in step 1. Now you're creating an ad and you're sending people from Facebook to your Plan Your Visit page in step 2. All right, step 3, plan your visit. Now, this is what we've been waiting for, right? We now have a custom landing page all about plan your visit. We've got Facebook ads that are sending people who live within driving distance of your church to your landing page to learn more about your church and hopefully plan a visit. Now, step 3 is the plan your visit itself. So what you need to know is that on average, you'll have one plan your visit for about every 200 or 300 clicks to your website, right? So if you have 57 clicks, you're like, Chris, what's going on, man? Like I've had 57 clicks, but nobody's planned a visit. Don't worry, right? A lot of people are curious. Some people will click on it, they'll plan to visit the first time. Some people, they'll have to see the ad a couple of times, right? Some people, you'll plant a seed and maybe a couple weeks or even months later, they'll finally plan their visit. But you know that on average, for about every 200 to 300 clicks, you should get a plan your visit. If your ad gets to 400 clicks and you haven't had a plan your visit, you know that something is wrong. And the best way to figure out what's wrong is you take a look at your Facebook ad. If your ad is under $1 per click, right? Preferably you'd like it to be be under 50 cents per click or maybe in the 30s and you're crushing it, then you know that the ad is resonating and it's doing a really good job, right? Then you take a look at your landing page and you know that it's something on your landing page that needs to be tweaked. So if your Facebook ad is over $1 per click, the problem is your Facebook ad. If it's under $1 per click, the problem is your landing page. All right, so in step 3 with Plan Your Visit, now that people are actually signing up for Plan Your Visit, you want to make sure to call the Plan Your Visits within 15 minutes. And again, if you're using something like Text in Church, you can actually set up notifications so you get notified whenever someone fills out the Plan Your Visit form. The best way to do that is just have a simple Plan Your Visit form with name, email, and phone number. And then when you get a notification, you want to make sure to call the Plan Your Visits within 15 minutes. And if they don't answer, all you want to do is leave a voicemail and then follow up with a text message that says pretty much the exact same thing. Now, if they like texting, they'll text you back. And if they like talking on the phone, they'll call you back, right? So the script is real simple. You just want to say something like this. Hey, John, this is Pastor Chris from Faith Church. Hey, I saw that you planned a visit for church this Sunday, and I just wanted to reach out to you personally and introduce myself, answer any questions you might have about, where to park or what to wear. So, hey, just give me a shout back. Can't wait to connect with you, right? And then you'll follow up with a text message that says basically the exact same thing. As a side note, if you have Plan Your Visits and they're not showing up on Sunday, it's probably because you're not calling them within 15 minutes. Now, all you want to do is find a friendly person to be the Plan Your Visit host for that Sunday. And don't worry, you're not going to have an avalanche of Plan Your Visits, right? You might have 1 or 2, right? At the most, 3 Plan Your Visits the first week. And it'll be an up and down kind of ebb and flow. One week you'll have 1, the next week you'll have 2, the next week you'll have 0, right? Just understand that. So you only need a handful of smiling, happy people. We call them our people, right? They're the people that have never met a stranger, super nice, and all you want to do is just get them to host the Plan Your Visit family that's showing up on Sunday. All right, now before I get to my last point, if you like this video, would you click the thumbs up? It's really easy for you to do, but it means so much to me. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified every single time we drop a new video. And finally, the last part of the 4-part framework is that you want to put them into some type of an automated 12-week follow-up system. Now, I'm a big fan of using Text in Church for this as well. You kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can use Text in Church for your Plan Your Visit feature, and you can also use Text in Church for your follow-up. And the reason you want to do this is because the average person in the US attends church 1.2 times. So on average, they're probably only going to show up to church about once a month. So you need an extended follow-up system that just continues to follow up with them on your behalf. And you want to write all of the messages as if they're from you personally or from someone at the church personally. You don't want it to sound generic. You want it to sound like it's from an actual person. This is a great way to stay in touch with people, to continue to re-engage them, because as we all know, the only thing better than a first-time visitor is a second-time visitor. Okay, so now that you've learned the 4-part framework for how to get people to sign up for Plan Your Visit, check out part 2 of the ultimate guide to Plan Your Visit for churches, and we're going to show you exactly what to do once someone actually shows up for Plan Your Visit and how to set up your host team to make sure that you are ready to go the very first Sunday.